We all felt very proud, Jadranko ji.
It was a beautiful meeting with Prime Minister, very warm-hearted, and
Great.
It is always inspiring that our family member is being recognized for his significant contribution.
Welcome to United Consciousness, where one consciousness, one being, is more than just a belief. It's a movement, a global initiative that unites us all in the pursuit of peace, spiritual wisdom, and universal happiness. It's a global mission that's touching life across continents. If you have ever felt the need for connection, spiritual guidance, or just a sense of belonging, you are in the right place. Welcome to United Consciousness. United Consciousness is not just an organization. It's a living, breathing community dedicated to enhance the holistic well-being of over 3 lakh individuals worldwide. Our mission is simple yet profound. One consciousness, one being. We believe that by connecting with our higher selves and each other, we can live lives filled with purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Together, we are building a global community that shares this vision, helping each other unlock our full potential. With the presence in over 100 countries, including Switzerland, Canada, Australia, Japan, etc., United Consciousness is here to help you thrive in this complex world. So why wait? Join us on this transformative journey. Let's create a world where peace and happiness are not just a distant ideal, but a tangible reality we can all experience here and now.
The European Yoga Federation was founded 15 years ago. Since then, our motto is unity in diversity. Please listen to the main key points.
Connect, bringing together European yoga teachers and establishing delegates and representatives for each country, considering the social differences in various countries and support the needs, equality regardless of gender, origin, sexual orientation, social class and religion, overcoming dogmatism, fundamentalism to promote universal understanding.
Promote, encouraging a yogic lifestyle and a holistic approach to life as a tool for physical and mental wellness, a more spiritually elevated, peaceful, happy and physically fit society.
Integrate and unify, integrating science and the art of yogic living, modern knowledges with ancient wisdoms for betterment of the world and global development. Recognizing, accepting and integrating the many different paths that lead to the same final goal, making sure that yoga will maintain its original purpose. Namaste.
Provide study of secular knowledge, philosophy and ancient text, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Sutra and Veda. Study of techniques, modern developments in teaching techniques, incorporating scientific findings in medicine, psychology, etc. To guarantee a certain standard, an established graduation system to provide a minimum standard for for yoga teachers training.
The European Yoga Federation wants to gather everyone who wants to be operative toward the good direction of love and diffusion of a discipline like yoga that's taught to all of us the way to peace.
Namaste, everybody. On behalf of European Yoga Federation and United Consciousness and United Global Peace Foundation, I, Dr. Vikrant Singh Tomar, welcome all of you in this amazing panel discussion on managing lifestyle diseases through yoga. May we invite respected Amandio Bilanchi ji, Swami Suryananda Saraswati ji, to begin this panel discussion with few words of blessings. President, European Yoga Federation.
Namaste to everyone, and thank you, Dr. Vikrant, for your continued commitment to organizing these wonderful and important events that allow us, first and foremost, to be together, but also to grow through any exchange of ideas and experiences. With your permission today, dear Dr. Vikrant, and I believe I am embody the sentiments of all representatives of the European Yoga Federation and many others, we are very happy and grateful to the moderator of this roundtable, our own Jadranko ji, Vice President of European Yoga Federation, for this wonderful recognition he received directly from the President Narendra Modi. I must say that all of us at the European also with him and felt honored and represented during that prestigious event as well. Our federation was mentioned by the organizers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, dear Jadranko ji, and thanks again to Dr. Vikrant and to United Consciousness for this beautiful collaboration that has united us for a long time. Namaste to all.
Thank you very much, Swamiji. We acknowledge presence of respected MEG also. MEG, namaste. And dear friends and audience who will be watching us, who are watching us and will be watching us. The moderator of today's panel discussion is Shri Jadranko ji. He is a Yogacharya, and as Swamiji also mentioned, we feel so honored that Vice President of European Yoga Federation, Shri Jadranko ji, he is also the board member of United Consciousness Global Board of Yoga Teachers Accreditation. So both of the families, whether it is United Consciousness and European Yoga Federation, equally cherish his getting recognized by Honorable Prime Minister of India for Prime Minister's Yoga Award. So we are so happy to invite you today, Jadranko ji, to moderate this discussion. I request the admin of this panel discussion to kindly play the introduction of all the guests along with our moderator too.
Welcome our next Professor Amandio Figueiredo from Brazil, In cities, he started practicing yoga. He is founder of several associations of yoga and other asanas. He is a founding member of several Ayurvedic institutions in Portugal. In 2003, he got training in Ayurveda under the guidance of Dr. Jules Ruge. He participates in the preparation of meetings of the EUAA in Germany, being the founding member. He exercises the clinical practices of Ayurveda in various centers. I feel delighted to invite Ms. Aischwarya Devi, who is an experienced dancer, choreographer, the founder of Yoga Dance System, and one of the first yoga teacher in Greece. In 1987, she founded the ballet school in Athens. In 2005, she founded new school in Athens by the name of Raj Yoga Anahata Center of Art, where she continues teaching different kinds of yoga. She has been greatly inspired and spiritually enlightened by the teachings of Paramhansa Satyananda, Master Kao Koksui, Pandit Shri Ram Sharma Acharya, Mataji and others. While being the creator of the yoga dance system, she has been invited to many international festivals. In 2012, she presented her system at the International Yoga Festival in Portugal. In 2013, she presented Yoga, Culture and Spirituality in International Festival from Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya University in Haridwar, India. She has made various presentations and speeches in Greek, television, radio, magazine. Speaking on all the yoga matters, she has worked wholeheartedly for the betterment of our society and the elevation of the human spirit. Nowadays, she is making efforts to transmit the global message of compassion, love, and communication to the whole world, to people who seek to understand their own lives and their inner self, regardless of gender or religion. It's my pleasure to invite and introduce our next young guest who believes that youth is reflected by actions, not by number of years spent on this earth. He is Ilija Daov, who is 65 years young male. He has been practicing yoga since 1999 and been working with students for the last 12 years. Every year since 2015, he celebrates with his students on World Yoga Day. Mr. Jadranko Miklec from Croatia. He is Yogacharya, Yoga and Ayurvedic therapist, teacher of Transcendental Meditation and Maharishi's Vedic Science. Manoshadi Bhishagacharya, a herbal scientist, president of Institute of Yoga and Ayurveda. He teaches yoga in Europe, America, India and China. He gained knowledge about yoga from Maharishi Mahesh Yogi A.G. Mohan, direct disciple of Shri T. Krishnacharya, Maharishi Swami Devmurti Yogacharya, Dr. Mukund Bhole. He wrote 6 books about yoga. Also, he has experience with the application of yoga and Ayurveda to sports, tennis, football, driver, judo, volleyball, etc. For teaching yoga, Jadranko is cooperating with Maharishi Academy for Vedashe Vincent Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, India, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth Deemed University, European Yoga Federation, and World Movement for Yoga and Ayurveda.
Over to you, Jadranko ji.
Yes, namaste, everybody. Thank you very much for all of you, dear friends, being present on this beautiful topic, discussing about the health. And this is the most important aspect of our life. One, my friend said, when you are ill, the fun is over. So that's why to become healthy is very important for our life, and to understand what is the health and what is the illness. It is like understanding what is the nature of the light and the nature of the darkness. As we say, the darkness means the lack of light, so the illness is the lack of health. So then we will start from the consideration of the of health. from the perspective of yoga, what health means. And I would like to invite our dear panelists to tell some from their expertise and experience about and understanding what the health is. So we start with our dear Aischwarya Devi, and asking her, please bring us some light on the health. You can just microphone on. You need to put microphone on. Thank you.
Thank you, Jadranko ji. Wait. Thank
You are
for,
audible, Aischwarya ji. You are audible.
It's okay?
Yes, yes.
Thank you for your invitation and for your subjects that you put for all of us. I was wondering how I can really give an explanation in a few 3 minutes. So I will try my very best to say what I wrote down. So in yoga, health is not merely the absence of illness. True health, or swasthya, as we know already, is a state of complete harmony of body, mind, and spirit. It is when the physical body functions optimally, the mind is calm and focused, and the inner self feels balanced and aware. So health is vitality, clarity, and resilience, not just numbers on a scale of the absence of symptoms. So Iyengar once said that health is a state of complete harmony of the body, mind, and spirit. When one is free from physical disabilities and mental distractions, the gates of the soul open. So from the yogic point of view, the cause of disease is equally holistic. It's not only one. So illness arises when there is imbalance, physical, mental, or energetic. Yoga identifies several root causes. So first, improve lifestyle and diet. Such as indulgences, processed foods, or irregular routines which disturb digestion and metabolism. So this is the first cause. Second is excessive or mismanaged stress and emotions. Vihar, like anger, fear, or anxiety, which weaken immunity and disturb the nervous system, as we all know. So the third is lack of self-awareness and mindfulness, disconnecting the mind from the body and the body from its natural rhythms. And the fourth, energetic blockages in the life force or prana, which prevent the body from functioning in harmony. So yoga teaches that disease is a signal, not an enemy. So it is the body's way of telling us something is out of balance. Listen, observe, and realign by cultivating awareness through asanas, as we all know, pranayama, meditation, and mindful living. We can restore harmony and prevent illness before it manifests physically. So in the modern science, we have chronic diseases, from diabetes and hypertension to heart conditions, often originate from stress, poor diet behavior, sedentary behavior, and emotional imbalance. Yoga addresses all of this simultaneously. It strengthens the body, calms the mind, balances hormones, and improves energy flow. And we know that also not from yama, niyamas and pranayama and all this that we are teaching, but meditation also that is so well known all over the world now, that they're using. This is the modern time of defend health, that we can find this that improves the meditations, the energy flow. We know that it balances the hormone. We know that it calms the mind. We know that it strengthens the body because you are going through yourself. So in essence, yoga offers a profound definition of health. It is the art of living in balance, aligning the body, mind, and spirit with the rhythms of life. And it teaches that disease is not a problem. It is a signal, a teacher guiding us back to harmony. As Swami Shivananda beautiful said, health is wealth, peace of mind is happiness. Yoga shows the way. Through yoga, we learn that true health is vitality, clarity, and harmony within ourselves. And the journey toward it is as transformative as the destination itself.
Thank you very much, Aischwarya Devi ji, and you gave very comprehensive, not only definition of health, but also the main approach from yoga, from different aspects of our life, how to, first of all, maintain good health and prevent any kind of illness. Thank you very much. And now I would like to ask Ilija to add some more waves of knowledge to that topic of health. The microphone, Ilija, to switch on.
Okay. I will start first with the World Health Organization explanation of their view of the definition of health. Although after the coronavirus, they completely lost trust and operate like a company that needs to make a profit. Very sad for the great human losses, but their definition is: health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not just the absence of disease or bodily disadvantages. And what the definition of yoga for human health should be: balanced functions of all organs, circulation, breathing, endocrinology, nervous system, fascia, with the energy system. This is an example of human health because yoga is love for honor self. Yoga is health. Yoga is well-being. But well-being does not come from perfect conditions or executive routines. It comes when we allow ourselves to pause, breathe, and return to ourselves, to connect with the body, with the breath, with ourselves. We often associate yoga with asanas or exercises for stretching and flexibility. But the true power of yoga lies beneath the surface, in the awareness that awakens, in the silence it creates, in the inner balance it builds. One of the causes of many diseases is lack of movement or insufficient physical activity. The so-called modern lifestyle with the use of phones, tablets, and other electronic devices which emit radiation that does not match the vibrations of the cells, causes the body to bend, disrupt the skeletal alignment, and focuses the eyes on the area of about 50 square centimeters, which means that the blood circulation in the eyes decreases and vision gradually deteriorates. Or professional work may require us to be in a static position for at least 8 hours, and all this contributes to limiting the circulation of blood and lymph through the body. Breathing becomes very shallow. In 1 minute, we usually inhale 15 times, each time taking in about half a liter of air. And all the cells in the body need oxygen, not just once, but constantly. Flexibility is reduced in this way, and this is also related to the coordination of the limbs, which in later years leads to injuries from falls and bone fractures. Over the years, if a monotonous lifestyle is continued, as is already common practice in many countries around the world, from home to work and back home from work, it leads to constant tension, anxiety, mental disorders, stress, etc. This lifestyle also leads to social withdrawal. People retreat into themselves, become depressed, and some of them begin to consume a lot of food due to some form of nervousness. Obesity as a silent epidemic often develops gradually and is not immediately recognized, but its consequences are deep and long-lasting. Obesity is one of the greatest health threats today. It is particularly concerning that there is a noticeable trend of increasing obesity among a growing number of adolescents. This problem is not just aesthetic. Obesity increases the risk of serious health conditions, including type 2 diabetes, stroke, cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, heart attack, heart failure, digestive system disorders, fatty liver, gallstones, and problem with bones and joints, arthritis, impaired mobility. Furthermore, recent studies shows that obesity can contribute to the development of malignant diseases, as chronic inflammation in the body increases the risk of cancer. For now, is end.
Thank you very much, Ilija. And please, Amandio, as a great expert for Ayurveda also, that we hear some definition from the point of Ayurveda, because yoga and Ayurveda is like brother and sister. One goes with the other always. So to enrich the definition of yoga from the point of view of Ayurveda also.
Namaste, dear panel, all of you, Amandio, Dr. Vikrant, Jadranko, and congratulations for your diploma. We know that in India, a few days ago, it happened movement and the meeting from the World Health Organization. It's very important because here in Portugal, I'm not from Brazil, I'm in Portugal, Europe, and as we have a law of alternative medicine, and it goes to Ayurveda, is recognized officially in naturopathy, and physiotherapy. I belong to one of the responsibilities to that organization, and it's recognized as in the Portuguese health organization. Ayurveda is very important with yoga, because Ayurveda says that we must have a longevity. And what we have to do is to be careful what we eat. And lifestyle comes, as Sharaka said, and Sushruta comes with what we have of lifestyle, that we have to do the regulation of our style of living. And that takes a very important thing, because I think that what we have to do is the first thing that yoga talks about is ahimsa. It is honor for me to belong to this organization, because it's a world organization that fights for the first principle of yoga, that is ahimsa. And this world that we live is very violent. It is very difficult to put and understand the persons who have a lot of problems, of health problems, that yoga can balance the existence, the material existence, to understand what is Annamaya Kosha, and then what is the living fundamental that he also talks about, the breathing. And Aischwarya, Devi too, have facilitate my intervention here with what they say, because the things that we have to do in yoga, with yoga and Ayurveda, that we start with cleaning the body, with Shat Karma, that is very little talk about. Shat Karma is cleaning. We don't have to do the Shat all, but we have to do something that can clean the body first. Then comes the exercise for our body that is not separated to the universe, to the other bodies, to the other nature, to the other things in the planet. Because when we breathe, that's the thing that comes there after the asana. When we breathe some particulates, so infinite parts of the universe that must immediately make a connection from the nose to the brain, and the brain to the other Pranamaya Kosha and Annamaya Kosha, and the other questions that we know in this moment, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Jnanamaya Kosha. That's the very important one, and that we can live all inside of us and connected with outside. And the asanas come to put the parasympathetic system to be controlled, and not the sympathetic systems, the neural systems that we are doing in nowadays. From the youth to the whole people come to necessitate to go to the hospital, and don't control the health in his living. That's why we have to understand the government that yoga is very important, as they can put and have a society more harmonious and more with health. It's not like here in Portugal, there are a problem with the health organization, with the hospital, because we have to wait for 12 hours to be attended in the hospital, and maybe I go to the hate here, and the hospital don't have my name there, because of yoga and Ayurveda, that we can connect both of these big ways to live, yoga and Ayurveda. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Amandio. So I would like just to add from the Yoga Sutras, the health as a swastha, means being established in sva, and sva means the wholeness of life. And the Tadadrashtuk Svarupe Avasthanam, from there it comes Svarupa Avastha, Svastha. So to be established in our true self, in the wholeness of our being, is the natural, should be the natural condition of the human life. That we are in our natural state, and then the health is a natural consequence. But the cause of illness we find in Vritti Sarupyam Itaratra, when we start to be identified with the experiences, different experiences in our life, and we become fragmented. So we are losing contact with our source. We are not anymore established in our wholeness, but we experience us fragmented in relation to different objects which we are experiencing, and then the disbalance is happening. So the only way to live the balance is to be established in the wholeness, then we can be balanced. And then the therapy is yoga chitta vritti nirodha, is the process of returning back to the state of balance or to the wholeness. So in that state, this is from the psychical point of view consideration of the, and which is corresponding to the most modern, the new, maybe last 20 years, it was emphasized, new approach in the modern medicine of psycho, neuro, endocrino, immunology approach. That sequence, we see that they are following the same sequence now as it is defined in Ayrurveda, as it is defined in yoga. The approach to health is not anymore fragmented approach and specialized for specific areas only. If person has problem with the endocrine system, then goes to endocrinologist and only looking from that point of view, but looking the holistic, the person in a holistic way, looking on his psychical state and the state of the nervous system and the state of the endocrine system and the state of the body tissues and the immune system. So looking holistically on a person. So this is the new approach of the modern science, which comes together with the ancient approach from yoga and Ayurveda. And also in Ayurveda, we see that we have this principle of Vata, Pitta, Kapha as three basic principles behind the function of our body and mind and our life. And the Vata is related with the function of nervous system, Pitta, digestive and endocrine system, and Kapha with the structure of the body, with the body tissues. And then it's very simple. They say if the nervous system is the main, and the nervous system depends on the psychical condition. This is psychoneuro. So we see the relation of the cause with the effect also, and that we should not miss looking at the cause. About the psychical condition of a person, and give him also the therapy for that cause. And therapy is that he can connect with himself, that he can come back to himself, that he is not anymore out of himself. Because more we are out of ourselves, then we become, we are disturbing nervous system and disturbing the health of our body and everything. So in that sense, if nervous system is balanced, then good function of all other systems will be ensured. That's why the Vata, if it's in balance, then it will be balance of the Pitta and Kapha. But if Vata is not in the balance, then it is causing disturbance of Pitta and Kapha. All other systems in the body gets disturbed. So from the point of view of yoga and Ayurveda, we see that most important is to bring the balance to the function of the nervous system, and to bring the balance to our psychical condition. So now we will try to find out from different approaches which we are having in yoga and Ayurveda, which can be beneficial for some specific health conditions, because this, we can say, psychosomatic approach is to treat psychosomatic diseases, and most of the diseases are psychosomatic nature. But there are some, they call them the most dangerous diseases of today, and causing the biggest number of the deaths in the world, like high blood pressure and diabetes and obesity. So, and they are interrelated and related to the style of our life. Also, as Ayrurveda says, there are 4 pillars: the daily routine, the diet, the exercising, and sleep, which must be balanced. Then this is ensuring as a prevention to keep the function of the body in a good state. So then from these perspectives, also from the perspective of the diet, from the perspective of daily routine, from the perspective of exercising and sleep, and we can say, searching for that wholeness of our life, which approaches could be beneficial for such problems, health problems like diabetes. So I would like to ask Ilija if he can give us some more specific recommendations, so that this webinar has also some practical aspect in itself regarding the diabetic condition. Yes, Ilija, please unmute the mic, just.
Now it's okay. Now it's okay. The cause of diabetes mellitus is a disorder in the metabolism of sugar. Yogic management of diabetes is demanding, and it is best undertaken while the patient is fully resident in a properly equipped yoga ashram. At least 1 month should be allowed for the initial period of training and treatment, so that the new attitudes and practices can be truly integrated into the patient's lifestyle. It is important that diabetics undertake yogic therapy in conjunction with qualified medical supervision. Laboratory facilities should be available so that progress in therapy can be objectively measured by serial assessment of blood and urinary sugar levels. This is especially important in the period of training when blood sugar levels begin to drop. The gradual withdrawal of daily insulin can be a dangerous procedure, and in our opinion, should not be attempted lightly, as the risk of precipitating the patient into ketoacidosis and hypoglycemic coma are considerable. However, with the proper medical collaboration with objective can be safely achieved. Now, simplified 1 month yoga program. The yoga sadhana and progress will vary for each individual. This program should not be considered absolute for all diabetics, but should serve as a general guideline from which programs can be devised according to individual needs and capacities. Here is general program of practices for diabetes management, modifiable according to individual needs. First week, asana, Pavana Muktasana, parts 1 and 2, Vajrasana also. Pranayama, Brahmari and Nadi Shodhana, stage 1. Shatkarma, Neti. Relaxation, abdominal breathing in Shavasana. Second week, asana, as for the first week, plus Shakti Bandha series. Pranayama, Nadi Shodhana, stage 2. Bastrika, 20 breaths. Shatkarma, Kunjal and Neti. Relaxation, Yoga Nidra. Meditation, Ajapa Japa, stage 1, Third week, Surya Namaskara, practice according to capacity. Asana Vajrasana series. From Pranayama, Nadi Shodhana stage 3 with Jalandhara and Mula Bandhas. Bastrika 30 breaths with Antar Kumbhaka and Jalandhara Bandha. Shitali and Shitkari. Shatkarma, full Shanka Prakshalana once, Lagu Shanka Prakshalana each subsequent day, Kunjal and Neti relaxation, Yoga Nidra, full 1 hour practice. Meditation, Ajapa Japa stage 2. Fourth week, Surya Namaskara up to 12 rounds. Asana, practice Sarvangasana, Halasana, Matsyasana, Paschimottanasana, Ardha Matsyendrasana, Mayurasana, Bhujangasana, and Gomukhasana. Pranayama, Nadi Shodhana, stage 4, with Mahabandha. Bastrika with Antar and Bahir Kumbhaka, and Mahabandha. Shitali and Shitkari. Shatkara, Lagu Shanka Prakshalana, Kunjal and Neti daily. Relaxation, Yoga Nidra and Prana Vidya. Meditation, Ajapa stage 3. Further recommendations: diet, a low carbohydrate, sugar-free, natural vegetarian diet should be adopted from the outset of therapy. Avoid rice, potatoes, and all sugar produced. Minimal spices, oil, and dairy produced. Eat wholemeal chapatis, leafy and watery vegetables, lightly boiled or steamed, salad and fruit. Exercise. Daily walking is recommended. Insulin withdrawal should begin in a stepwise manner at some stage in the first week. Laboratory results showed that insulin withdrawal should begin in a stepwise manner at some stage in the first 2 weeks when laboratory results show that yoga is effectively lowering blood sugar levels. Continuing reduction under medical supervision according to serial tests. Drugs, oral drugs should be reduced and then stopped once yoga therapy commences. Time, yoga program and dietary restriction should continue for at least 6 months and longer to prevent recurrences. For further information, we can, if you want to send the table, I will send it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ilija, for a very thorough program. And as you can see, there is in yoga very detailed program for managing the diabetes. And naturally, that program, you need to learn all those practices, especially the Shat Karma, the practices of the purification of the body. And they are all for the purpose to bring the kapha to the balance in our body, because the diabetes is the kapha-related disease. It means the disbalance of the kapha. And then all these recommendations from the diet and especially exercising, very important, and moving, because many people have sedentary way of life. So they need to start to do some exercise also, like vyayam. And they found even in the medical research that people which are living on the hills, they have less problems with the blood sugar because they are climbing and using the big groups of the muscles, like the thighs, the upper leg muscles and the buttocks and everything. then they are drawing the sugar from the blood, to use for the spending for the energy to exercise. So this kind of practices are very useful to also reduce the level of the sugar in the blood. Some climbing to the mountain or walking the stairs up, not using elevator. And so many beautiful suggestions you gave. Thank you very much. And
I hope you like it. Thank you.
yes. Now we would like to hear from our dear Aischwarya Devi regarding some practical recommendations for the problem of obesity, because today they found that there is each third person is having problem with obesity. It's the biggest problem in the world today, and which is the source and cause of many other illnesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Jadranko. Thank you, Ilija. Very nice. So yoga and obesity. Okay, let's start with imagine standing on your mat, taking the first deep breath and feeling your feet rooted to the earth and your mind starting to settle. That simple act, breathing with intention, is already the beginning of a transformational journey, isn't it? So yoga is not just stretching, it's a bridge between body, mind, and life. So obesity is a global health challenge. Traditional approaches often focus on diet and vigorous exercise. But what if there is a path that also heals the inner landscape? Yoga offers exactly that. A holistic, sustainable way of engaging with our bodies and habits. So let's start with the science. Research shows that yoga can play a meaningful role in weight management. A 2022 review of 22 studies found that regular yoga practice was associated with reductions in body weight, BMI, body fat percentage, and waist size among participants with overweight or obesity. A clear sign that yoga supports physical change, not just flexibility. So another study looked at adults with overweight or obesity over 6 months and found that those who practice yoga, the adults, whether gentle hatha or more dynamic vinyasa, lost significant weight and improved their cardiorespiratory fitness. What's more, excuse me, participants who spend more time on the mat saw more weight loss, underscoring the value of consistency. So, but yoga's power goes beyond calories and body measurements, I think. One of its greatest gifts is stress reduction, as in all kinds of chronic diseases or diseases. Chronic stress drives up cortisol, a hormone linked to abdominal fat, to our stomach, and cravings for sugary, highly processed foods. Yoga's mindful breathing and slow movement help to calm that stress response, giving you space to choose what your body truly needs. Yoga also cultivates, all we know about it, awareness. What can we do without awareness? This is a big question. A deeper connection between mind and body. So what is going with your body? What is going with your mind? Instead of eating on autopilot or in response to emotional triggers, yoga invites us to notice exactly what's happening inside in us, okay? Am I truly hungry? Or am I craving comfort? This mindfulness often translates into healthier eating patterns and a kinder, more compassionate relationship with ourselves. Yoga isn't merely about weight loss. It's about reclaiming your well-being. Let's see again and again about our well-being. As one seasoned teacher famously said, yoga is not about touching your toes. So for the obesity, of course. It's about what you learn on the way down. It reminds us that the practice is not just physical. It's a lifelong process of learning and self-understanding and growth. And Rodney, one of the most respected yoga teachers of our time, beautifully put it. Yoga is really trying to liberate us from shame about our bodies. To love your body is a very important thing. I think the health of your mind depends on your being able to love your body. He said, and it's very true. When we approach obesity with compassion instead of judgment, we invite real change that lasts. So if you step onto your yoga mat today, know this, you are doing something profound. You are engaging your body, calming your mind, and transforming your life one breath at a time. Yoga doesn't promise instant fixes, but it does offer a path to sustainable health, inner resilience, and a deeper sense of well-being. And in a world where obesity affects millions of people's lives every day, that kind of gentle, compassionate strength is nothing short of revolutionary.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the view on obesity, and it is somehow related, the high blood pressure and diabetes and obesity. One is affecting the other, and especially the sugar, the diabetes and obesity, and they are both kapha related disorders. So also for obesity is that to reduce the kapha, the main approach, and those practices which are like Bastrika also and Kapalabhati, Uddiyana Kriya, and this dynamic practice of yoga, Vyayam, Sukshma Vyayam practice, and it's excellent. And the dance. This is the one of beautiful way to exercise the body, and at the same time to feel the flow of consciousness with the body in a melodious way, and enriching the emotions, as you said. This is emotional mainly thing, obesity, because we are compensating with some sweets and everything, our emotional state of negative emotional state, we try to balance with the food. But if we find the source for our emotional disbalance through the enjoyment in some such a beautiful events and practices, and especially the dance and the rejoicing and bringing kind of that feeling of well-being and happiness, inner happiness, then it's much easier to regulate the food habits and other things which are main serving the cause to increase obesity. And now the third aspect, which is the high blood pressure, also, which they say it's the most dangerous because like diabetes and this and high blood pressure, you don't notice such as it's very silent danger for the body and slowly deteriorating the body function. And now I would like to ask Amandio to tell us something concretely from the point of view of yoga to help for the high blood pressure.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Yes, blood high pressure is now one of the things that kill persons around the world because of the stresses, the society that we live. Put a lot of persons with blood high pressure. But we can, with the Ayrurveda and yoga, maybe help the all people that suffer of blood pressure. Some notes. First of all, which we can do Pursha Karma and Shat Karma. And Pursha Karma to the treatment of blood pressure. It is connected most of all to the Pitta because it's connected to the blood. And we can do something with the retreat of with the Pursha Karma, with finishing with the Vireshna, which is very important to slow down the high pressure. But I can talk about some points that the causes of the blood high pressure: stress and anxiety, sedentary lifestyle. The sleep is not well, the nutrition not good, and it stays with the stress life of the system. So yoga can help with the regulation of the high pressure that will slow down with the percussion of the nervous system parasympathetic, that we slow down the sympathetic nervous system with some posture, breathing, and meditation, and the relation for the body. But I think that the most important thing is to connect it, says Aischwarya and all the other persons in this panel, that everything that happens in the body, it happens first and stays in the mind. So what we have to do with to put some postures and breathing, we have to put the gentle and soft asanas to make all the tissues, the dhatus that we say in the Ayrurveda, can balance between them, and then the asanas come to make the prana to equilibrate all the excessive blood pressure. So with the breathing and the asanas and the breathing in each asanas, abdominal breathing especially, can do very well to the blood high pressure. Someone, we can say, the Supta Baddha Konasana, Viparita Karani, someone called Alasana, Paschimottanasana, Ardhamatsyendrasana, Virasana, Janushirasana, some things that can open the chest. And anyway, when we go to the forward bend like Paschimottanasana, we must open the chest when we go forward to the left, because it puts both hemispheres, the cerebral hemisphere between the middle to be connected with the Sushumna Nadi, that it can balance with the breathing, with the Pingala, to come with a very soft high pressure. We can do Kapalabhati and Vastrika, not do Kapalabhati and Vastrika because they are very strong. But Nadisodhana Pranayama, especially either Pranayama, the lunar breathing, takes some good slow down the high pressure. Of course, vegetarian food and some teas and maybe some supplements of Ayrurveda can put make well to the blood high pressure. Yoga Nidra and maybe mantras, especially I think that the vibration that we have in the home, put the position of the middle and the three sounds ha, hu, hem can make a balance between the mind. And the meditation is come to first in the breathing and then in the classification of the vritis, as Patanjali says, to come Yoga Shiti Vritti Nirodha. That's what I think that we can do now from this point of view to the blood pressure. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, Amandio, also for beautiful suggestions. And as you said, too much tension brings too much pressure, and it means the sympathetic nervous system and the homeostasis is lost. The balance between the function of sympathetic and parasympathetic aspect of autonomous nervous system, because of stress and tension and everything, the sympathetic is giving too much pressure, inner pressure and activity, and causing this disbalance and high blood pressure. So all practices of yoga, mainly they are affecting the vagus nerve, they say, as the main parasympathetic nerve, especially the ventral part of the vagus, and bringing back balance with the function of the sympathetic part of the nervous system. So that's why they are very beneficial, all the practices of the different kriyas and the pranayamas and asana specific and yoga nidra, also meditation, is very useful to help to reduce the high blood pressure. And also this is recognized now by the also World Health Organization, which recently they acknowledged yoga as Ayurveda also. They regulated and promoted, now promoting yoga also as help with official medical system as a preventive methods to take care of this main health problem, especially high blood pressure. And this year also in some organizations and from US also, they gave the guideline for the prevention, detection, evaluation and management of high blood pressure in adults. This is report of the American College of Cardiology, American Heart Association Joint Committee on Clinical Practice Guidelines. So this is from this year, they gave the guidelines how to treat the high blood pressure also. And then they gave the prevention strategy. And in that prevention strategy, the management for the high blood pressure, they are putting very great emphasis on the weight control. It means reducing obesity and managing the weight. And through the diet also, that diet and the healthy diet is very important. And it means more they are inclining to the vegetarian diet. They call this also previously like Mediterranean diet, which has a lot of very healthy and the vegetable more dominated and some fish, but mostly the healthy vegetarian diet. Then also recommendations from a psychological approach and lifestyle. So reducing the intake of alcohol, the cigarettes, smoking, drugs and all other things which are unhealthy for the body. Then physical emphasis on the physical activity. Because today people are not moving enough, and our body is structured for movement, the legs and the hands and everything. And they say our body is use it or lose it. So we need to exercise the body with, so that we can have a healthy internal circulation of all vital liquids in our body. We need to make outer movements with our body to stimulate that circulation. And then stress reduction. And in stress reduction, so they in adults with and or without hypertension, then they are recommending through stress reduction. They were evaluating the effect of transcendental meditation and be reasonable to prevent and treat elevated blood pressure and hypertension, and also the pranayamas and yoga practice and mindfulness. So these are all recommendation from their side officially now, and reaction on that basis is very positive, so that many medical institutions now are inviting us as teachers of yoga to participate on their congresses and present structured programs for specific illnesses from the point of view of the yoga. And this is great kind of integration. As a medical approach, they recognize more and more that prevention is the most important part. And in the field of prevention, there is no better than yoga and Ayurveda recommendations for healthy lifestyle. So now we would like to spend some time for questions from the audience. And please, if you like, you can open your microphone and ask question, or give your comment from your side on this topic. And or you can write down the question. Yes, please, you can freely ask. So it looks that our panelists were so much all comprehensive in their presentation that nothing left to be asked after their presentations. Naturally, there is a need to undergo training in yoga because yoga is self-management. In Ayurveda, you don't need to know anything. You don't go to Ayurvedic doctor and they make treatment on you, massage and bastis and others are doing on you. But in yoga, you are doing on yourself. So you need to learn how you manage yourself. So that's why it's very important to have proper guidance in those practices to be learned in a proper way. And also each practice individually designed. This is very important that yoga has individual approach. So we were speaking here about some general recommendations, but in specific case, it's always individual approach because sometimes two people with the same problem will maybe have different recommendations from the point of view of yoga and Ayurveda. For example, the diabetes, for some person, the cause can be the wrong diet, main cause contributing to that. And to some other person can be based on the psychical condition under severe stress condition. And this will be the main cause. So then you decide what is the main approach from the area, but this you need to see with the person individually. How you handle the person and what is the main approach and what are the supportive approaches on what to put most of the emphasis. Yes, Eva, please, you can ask. You unmute.
Sorry, I need to unmute myself. Thank you all for this wonderful presentation. I have the questions. It's not for a particular panelist, whoever wishes to answer, but in regards to the yoga therapy and what Jadranko just said a few moments ago about the person when doing yoga therapy needs to work on themselves. So if any of you would like to reply, how do you approach this kind of motivation and engaging the patient to work on themselves? Because in Ayurveda, or when somebody is working on you, you just lie down and take the treatment and everything. But how do you explain practically to the person what is happening to them? How do you explain to them what is happening to them without going, into much detail or the reasoning that is incomprehensible to them? And how do you motivate them to keep on track? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eva. Very practical question. Yes. Please, who would like to answer the question? Yes, Aischwarya. Amandio, yes.
I think that first, when the people come to look for Ayurveda or yoga, it comes after the problems to the traditional medicine, allopathic medicine. So they come to visit us or to ask for us, as we have the treatment at the same time that in the allopathic medicine. But we have to Vishnanam, to analyze the pulses, and we have to do a lot of special work, and it takes some time to define the doshas of the sub-doshas and the nadis and the shirotamsi in the person with that problem. And slowly, step by step, with the nutrition and the breathing first in some position that we must work the central nervous system, and then the other one, as for me, as I see always in the control of the Vishnam, Nadim Vishnanam, the pulses that we can control, and all the things that we go slowly by step with the nutrition we can control in some diseases that come to and the person can to visit us, because we have to adapt it and control how we work with yoga therapy and Ayurveda with the allopathic medicine. I think that's some experience that I have. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. And the approach from our side should be very practical. It means if a person comes to us, it means it's already ready. It has a desire to help itself. So they come to ask advice how they can improve their health condition. So it means they are interested. Now, how we are handling them, I first ask the person how much time the person can devote daily for it's some regular practice, which I will give some recommendations. then I know how much, what I will recommend for in that. If it's half an hour daily, then which practices I will focus more. Because if I give ideal program and it's maybe 1.5 hours daily, and the person will not do anything, then because then first to see how the person feels comfortable, how much time can devote to itself. And then starting with some little, most important practice, to teach him, do this. And then when he starts feeling the benefit, then that benefit will give further motivation that he will like, to take more time and working more on itself, and then slowly like this, guiding the person with the practice, and it must be kind of adjustment. Always giving support, inspiration to the person, and never we don't tell person stop now this allopathic treatment for the health problem which the person has. So we should never do that. The person should continue consulting his own doctor under which care he is there and the treatment. And then we are giving support, and then the person will see with his own doctor whether he can reduce some medications in that sense. And we can also get in coordination with the doctor to give mutual support to that person. But always to be under supervising the
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the one lesson of the yoga therapy is we can learn from the story of Bhagavad Gita, where the conversation between the Lord Krishna and Arjuna, when Arjuna was under a great stressed condition. Now, his description, when he was in his mind trying to go to find solution, and then he was trembling, he fall down on the floor, he couldn't stand even, utter stressful condition, the severe. And then what Krishna did, he was not referring to his problems and discussing about him, understanding his how difficult problem this is. Yes, I understand you. You have such a big problem. This. He just tell him. He called him Partha. He was the son of Kunti. He was calling him by the name of his mother to take him out from that depressive condition, to inspire in his mind some positive quality, because his mother was embodiment of virtue. So this is that principle also of Patanjali Pratipaksha Bhavana. So we always inspire the person. We never allow ourselves to be shrouded by this negativity or the problems the person has and participate in that. We should give him kind of impact of some positive value, of some light, of some good feeling, of something, which will raise him at that moment from that condition, and then give him instruction. Now do this, and then strengthening him to grow in that value. But there must be that kind of the impact from our side. A very natural, very simple approach.
Psychological support is number one, and impact, and then the psychological uplift is so important for a person that starts to rebuild, to resolve the bad relationship with the self, with his own self. So first is to believe. First to believe that he is connected with the will of the Creator. Because without the will that there is a Creator behind everything, to believe that their existence is not only supporting the body and supporting the good well living in this world, and the desire and the attachment to this poor appearance of this world that is so fake. So the belief, it starts, the support, it starts that you are connected with a superior, with the creator, and he is living inside you, and he can support the change and the good, the back to the good will, to the good well doing with yourself. And when we are suggest that love ourselves is not just words, it's a long term of working out with the faith, and the faith to our creator, it's the first, and then the impact to our the people that they are around us. So we need this support psychologically, because this is the nervous system. From there we can begin, because the light starts when the belief, it comes inside our heart and mind. Second is mind. And then the instructions that whatever we are giving, like the first for me, from so many experiences that I have with therapies and through yoga or through other systems, it is pranayama. This is the changing of the so variable prana that is everything, it's life. Prana is the Shakti, is the Devi. So when you start have a qualified understanding of the prana, then the change, it comes with the impact of love and affection. And then it starts the exercise of the body. So what we should say is that while we are in this path of revolution to a person that it doesn't believe, and it has lost his belief with itself and with the truth of living, how you can live in a truth way, it's exercise with him, not giving instructions, but do it with him. Because the point, the key stone is joy, it's pleasure with yourself. When you dance, you are free yourself and you are happy. When you run, you are free yourself and you are happy. You don't need anybody, but you start coming close to yourself. When you sing, no need with nobody. You start singing, you are happy. So what we need is happiness. And happiness is not the existence of vulnerable money and having houses and cars and fancy clothes or whatever. We need happiness that it comes from the state of belief, from creator, and from our others, that they can show that they are close to us. And start, at that moment, it starts to go back all the bad things, all the bad experiences, and create the new path, the new road. So this is for me yoga. This is for me
yes.
dance or art or everything. Thank you.
Beautiful. Aischwarya, Devi, it's very important what you said now, because the righteousness, without righteousness, there is no peace, there is no happiness. And the Yama principles should be the first and most important approach in the yoga approach to the health problems to the people, because this is what is bringing then enthusiasm to life and all the joy. If you are shifting your awareness into positive qualities of those principles and understanding that this is the life, this is what I want, and whatever comes opposite to that, I shift back to that all the time, 24 hours, and having that enthusiasm for life, love to the life. And you know, the most recent, the experts in the neuropsychiatry, the doctors, they said they found one most important medicine for everything, and this is, they say, love. Love to the life. So we need to inspire the quality of the love in the people in that approach. And then little practice is enough, whether asana, pranayama, or all the rest. But if that yama is missing, then all the rest is giving very little effects.
Yes, because if you are saying too many words and you are just all the time in the surface, you have to go by experience. Only the experience can change. If you show and have the experience by love and provide that, yes, I accept, then the experience can lead you. Because it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what is your name or what is your stand in society. The only thing is so realistic. We need to be human, close to the human, because we are the same energy and the same bodies, the same feeling, the same, all these koshas. We are just the same. What do we need? Is the true way, the simple way to show together, to uplift our life by using the wisdom in some points, in some quotes, in some experience, in some parts, in some small things, so it will come to be bigger by ourselves after that. We are nothing else but energy, nothing else. So Ayurveda says the same. Old people, old ancient people says the same. We're energy. And you say about the kosha, I mean the Ayurveda, kapha, pitta, energy. This is energy.
Great, thank you very much. And I see the great experts and masters in yoga, Amy Blessio, giving comment that she agrees with that, because this is her nature also. Of the more and more you practice yoga, you become more simple in understanding what is the main purpose of life and what is the main approach to life and what is the most important value in life. Becoming everything more and more simple and natural.
But to inspire people, you should be very simple and very low profile. Don't think that we are something special. Nothing. Just simple. Simplicity is more easy to touch and to come close. If we are simple, we can meet each other. But if we are not, if we are arrogant, who can come closer easily? Because you create fear, you create different sentimental ideas or whatever. You see, simplicity is so sweet.
Thank you. Yes, Avinash Sharma ji had one very beautiful question: how to create that balance on that level, just by being that. Not by speaking about that, but just living that, and then you are radiating that. Yes. So this is the best what we can do. Just what we are preaching, we try to live that, become that, and then we are radiating that even without speaking, and this is affecting the surrounding. Okay. Yes. So I think we crossed over the time now, and Dr. Vikranji. We would like to ask him and Amandio ji to conclude this beautiful topic about the health. And I congratulate and thank very much for all the panelists and all those participating. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jadranko ji. Thank you very much, Aischwarya ji, Ilija ji, our friend Amandio ji. Thank you very much. I think we have great master of yoga who has lived her life living yoga, teaching yoga, and I always love her quote, what she says, that everything yoga is everything, but everything is not yoga. So let me invite the person to conclude this amazing panel discussion, beautifully led by Jadranko ji. Ami ji, the whole stage is yours. We request you to take maybe 1 or 2 minutes to just summarize the discussion and then have conclude it with a small chanting of some prayer or anything that you would like to conclude us with.
Okay, my voice is not very good, but I try. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Saksha Parabrahma, Tajmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Dhyanamula Guru Murti, Pujamula Guru Padam, Mantramula Guru Vakyam, Mokshamula Guru Kripa, Akandandalankara, Vyaptayenam Charam Charam, Tappadandarsitanyenam, Tashmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Manataha Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mahatma Sarabhutatma Tashmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnana Shakti Samarudam Tatvamala Vibhushitam Bhukti Mukti Pradattancha Tajmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Stavaram Jagamam Yaktam Yakinchit Sancharancharam Tapadanda Sitanyena Tashmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinnamaya Vyastam Sarvam Trailokyam Sancharancharam Tapadanda Sitanyena Tashmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanyam Savatam Shantam Vyomatita Nirhanjanaha Bindunada Titaha Tashmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Tashmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Tashmahe Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.